Say to Monday. Hi everyone. Hi. Hi everyone. Hi. Okay, I'm testing sauti yangu watu wa Zoom. Watu wa Zoom mnanisikia? Ama niongeze volume? Sawa. Okay, so hi everyone. Hi. Nimesha test sauti, so we're going to begin right away. I was thinking because we are not so many, we kwetu hapa katikati actually. That's what I was thinking, especially watu wa side sioni kama nitakuwa na mangaria, so mnaweza jump hapo katikati because it's only 4 people. Watu wa side. Isabella Wilson Inyeji. Sisongeshe viti kama tu mnaweza kama. I won't be giving you attention to be person hapa katikati because we are not so many. Okay. This noise, this guy, unfortunately, is here. Yeah, attend the point. So, okay, so we're going to get started right away. So today's topic is weight management. So we're going to be going through the weight management. How many are excited? You say don't pay attention. I'm excited, I'm tense, but I'm hoping you're going to get value from today's training. And we're going to be talking about the C9 pack. We're going to be talking about the F15 pack. We are going to be talking about, of course, we're starting with products knowledge, but I thought since this is a training, we need to also share more details in terms of how to coach a client, how to get referrals, everything as far as weight management is concerned. So the first thing we're going to start with is products knowledge, and we're going to start with the C9 pack. And when you're talking about C9, the first thing that we need to understand is something we call toxins. That is the first thing. We have to start at the very beginning. So anytime you're talking about product knowledge, you need to understand a product first. Understanding a product is what will help you, number one, to be able to recommend it. Number two, to be able to use that product. Number three, when you're recommending that product, to be able to help your client to get maximum results. And at the same time, to be able to build a repeat business. Remember, Forever Living Products, this is a business where we are sharing health and wellness products, but at the same time, we want to have a customer base, people who are buying these products on a regular basis. So this C9, it's a 9 days program, and the C9 is basically a detox program. And even before we go to what is C9, before we go to the components of this pack, we are going to start with what are toxins. Yeah. So who wants to tell us what toxins are? John, I'll just be pointing. Then when I point, you just project your voice as you talk. What are toxins? Where do we get toxins from? Just stand so that your voice fike kwa Zoom.
You get toxins specifically from what we eat. Like for example, if you're a person who eats a lot of red meat takes long to be digested in the system, hence accumulating. So you get toxins from what we eat. And also if you don't go to the toilet or to the washroom, the waste in your system as frequently as it should happen, that's also where toxins accumulate.
Oh, thank you so much. Let's give our hand. Yeah, so we look part of this idea to attention. Yeah, so toxins, we get them by there from the food we eat. We also get toxins from the water we drink. We get toxins also from chemicals. For instance, last year when I was doing a lot of swimming, I came to realize that my skin is accumulating a lot of toxins from chlorine. So that is an example of where we get toxins from. Also, what we're applying on our skin, and that's on exactly what is coming in to our bodies. And you'll hear somebody telling you, okay, yes, we get toxins, but doesn't the body naturally detox itself? Doesn't the body naturally cleanse itself? And yes, it does. And that is where the liver comes in. That is where the kidney comes in. But one of the things we need to realize is because the number of toxins that is coming into the body and the number of toxins that the liver and the kidney is trying to release, they are not equal. We are getting more toxins than the body can actually release with the organs. And that's actually why we need to detox on a regular basis. And what happens actually when these toxins, they keep accumulating in our body, we get something we call toxic overload. So if you're taking notes, write toxic overload. Yeah, so that is where your body is burdened with more toxins than it can actually handle. And that's why now we need to be able to use a detox program or a detox product to be able to help the body to release that toxic overload. And when you're talking about toxic overload, there are several things that will tell you if your body is experiencing this toxic overload. You know, you're going to find maybe your skin is breaking out. That is a sign of toxic overload. Another sign of toxic overload is your digestive health. You might find that you're always having challenges with, going to the toilet. Maybe you're always constantly bloated, constantly constipated. That is a sign of toxic overload. Having joint pains, sometimes your body is burdened with so much toxins and it affects your joints. That is a sign, Talking about also a low energy levels, that is a sign of toxic overload. We're also talking about lack of sleep. Am I going too fast? Yes. Okay, so let's go slowly. So we are on signs of toxic overload. So we've talked about skin breakouts, skin breaking out. We have talked about digestive problems, digestive issues, and we've said digestive issues, there are several of them. Bloating, being constipated, gas, talking about also joint pains. We're talking about joint pains. Talking about low energy levels, that is a sign of toxic overload. Even sporadic sleep, you'll find that sometimes if you're not sleeping well, it could be because your body has accumulated a lot of toxins. Of course, being overweight and obese, If your BMI is a body mass index. If your BMI is not in the right range, it means that you probably have toxic overload. If you're prone to getting a lot of, infections, talking about, low immunity, unashikwa na homa, yani ni kama you become sick for days, that is another sign. And just feeling heavy, sometimes you might be feeling very heavy. That is a sign of toxic overload. So of course there are others. That is just some of the examples. You can also, at your own time, you can also go and research. What are the signs that my body is telling me that I need to detox, I need to cleanse, all right? Yeah, so because our body is accumulating all of these toxins and because our bodies are getting the toxic overload, we need to be frequently detoxing or frequently cleansing. And that is where now the C9 pack comes in. So this is a pack that is recommended to do twice a year, right? So if you're taking notes, you can write that. C9, we should be able to do it twice a year. And who should use C9? The answer is everybody. Of course, the only people who cannot use C9 are someone who is pregnant cannot use C9, and also children cannot use C9. Those are the only people who cannot use C9, but this is a unisex product. I know most of us have been able to get inquiries. Some gentlemen think that C9 is only for women, but no, this is a product for both sexes, all right? So by a show of hand, how many have used the C9 pack in this room, even if it's once? Just raise your hands. I want to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, that's a good number. How many have used C9 more than once out of the 16? That's still a very good number. Perfect. So the reason why I was asking you that is because when we are talking about this pack, this is not a pack that you use once. This is not a pack to recommend once. This is a pack that we need to be able to use every 6 months so that you can help our body to release that toxic overload. So before we even get to the components of this pack, when you're looking at this pack, I want you to think also beyond weight loss. Most of us, when you're talking about C9, we mostly sell it as a pack to kickstart weight loss journey, which of course it does that. But I want you to focus on both the scale and the non-scale benefits of this program, right? So if you're taking notes now, you can be writing benefits. What are the benefits of releasing toxic overload from the body? We've already been able to go through the signs that your body is accumulating that toxic overload. So of course, the first benefit that we all know is kickstarting weight loss. As long as your body is burdened with toxins, losing weight is going to be very, very difficult. And we're going to get into the details of that. That's number one. Number two, digestive health. When you do the C9 program, when you do a proper detox, your body is able to get relief, and you find that your digestive health function is able to feel really, really good. Talking about the skin, glowing skin, having glowing skin, that is one of the benefits of releasing toxic overload. Feeling lighter, that's another benefit. Talking also about boosting natural energy levels. Anytime your body has released toxins, of course, you expect your energy levels to be way higher. Talking about also improved sleep, being able to sleep even better. We're also talking about improved immunity. Once these toxins are out, you find that your body is able to fight infections even more. Talking about stress relief, because now your organs are not burdened with, a lot of toxins. And when you're talking about organs being burdened with a lot of toxins, we normally have two types of fat in our in our tummy area. We have something we call subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. So subcutaneous and visceral fat. So subcutaneous fat is the fat that already we are supposed to have, but visceral fat is the dangerous fat, and that is the fat that surrounds our internal organs. So you find that fat is surrounding your liver, fat is surrounding your kidneys, it's surrounding, because most of our organs are actually located in the abdominal area. And that's why the waist circumference, that is something that will tell you, are you really in a good range as far as your weight is concerned? So the C9, I'll come to that, but just even to prepare you, the C9 is able to help with removing that visceral fat, which is able to now release. So you find that your body organs are not, they're not become as jackal surrounded in fats, which is able to help your body to perform optimally. Another benefit of releasing toxic overload is less joint pains. Less joint pains. I actually had a client by there about 2 months ago. She bought the C9, and I remember her main concern, yes, she wanted to lose weight. She used to be 71 kgs before. And when she gave birth 3 times, she gained weight until she became 94 kgs. But because of that, so she was struggling with 2 issues, issues to do with weight and also issues to do with joint pains. So when she consulted me, she was like, Linda, what can I be able to start with? Because these are the 2 issues that I have. And I told her, let's deal with the weight first. Once you're able to release these, toxins, once you're able to take care of that, you will find a lot of relief in also your joints. So 2 weeks post the C9, and I'll get to that as well in terms of how to follow up a client. I was checking up with her, how are you 2 weeks post C9? And she was telling me, she forgot to tell me that, the pain that she was experiencing in her joints, it's no longer there. So she's able to get, she's moving with a lot of freedom. Yeah. And that is pain that she has been dealing with for a very long period of time. Yeah. So that is just a testimony that I got to share there. Talking about also improved sex drive, because of course, natural energy levels, those two, they are going hand in hand. So if you're having also somebody who is struggling with, performance, let them start also with the detoxing. Let them release that toxic overload from their body. Yeah. Also talking about digestive health, by the way, for me, when I get somebody who is interested in, they want to take care of their digestive health, I normally recommend let us do the C9 pack first, because you find that with C9 in those 9 days, they are able to really take care of releasing that toxic overload, and the body is able to breathe. And then after that, we are now able to continue on to other digestive products like now the fields of greens, the lithium plus, the probiotic. And when it comes to also digestive health as well, most people you find that, especially somebody who is struggling with issues to do with bloating, unapata like mtu amefura tumbo. So you've seen such cases. Yeah, and it's not even like they're eating a lot. They are eating a little, but ni kama tumbo yake imeshaja. So when that person is able to do the C9, they get even more benefits. So that's a unique selling point that you can use for somebody who is struggling with digestive health. Let them do a proper body detox. So as you're doing the C9 program, or as you're recommending the C9 program, you need to focus on both the scale and the non-scale benefits. And that's actually what we are talking about. All those points that you've taken, those are both the scale and the non-scale benefits of the C9 pack. So now we're getting to a very exciting pack. What do you look for in a detox program? All right. What do you look for in a detox program? We've already understood what toxins are. We've already understood what brings about toxic overload in our body. We've already understood the benefits of releasing this toxic overload. And now we want to understand, okay, I've understood all of these things. I want to get started with a detox program. I'm looking for a cleanse. What should you be looking out for? And I got a very interesting point over here, that even this one you can quote it later, sio kila detox unanunua, sometimes you'll see people are advertising about detox. Kuna hii product iko hapa, hii ni ya kudetox, hii ni ya kudetox, but you need to really check what detox are you buying or what detox are you using. So we have a few factors. So these are the factors to consider when you're looking for a detox program, and also when you're recommending a detox program to any person. Yeah. So the first thing, remember at the start what we said. By the way, I hope I'm not going too fast, because I was in your okay. Yeah, so when we started this meeting, what did we talk about? We talked about the function of our liver and our kidneys. Those are the body organs that are already taking care of natural detoxification in the body. So when you're looking for any detox program that you want to use a detox program that is able to, number one, prioritize natural detoxification. All right, a detox program that is able to prioritize natural detoxification. And when you're talking about a program that is prioritizing natural detoxification, we are talking about a product that is already enhancing what your body organs are doing. It's already enhancing what your liver is doing. It's already enhancing what your kidney is doing. It's already enhancing what your digestive system is doing. In short, this is something that is helping your body to operate optimally. Si tumeelewa? Yeah, so that's number one. Number two, you want to also go for a program that, avoid extreme restrictions. You might find a detox program that is telling you, you're fasting, something that is too limited in terms of your food choices, So you don't want something that has extreme restrictions, because remember, at the end of the day, your body still needs nutrients to survive on a daily basis, even as much as you're continuing to cleanse. Number three, hydration. Hydration is very key when you're looking for a detox program. And this is because drinking water during the day, it's able to help your body with the process of flushing toxins. That's why even sometimes you might find by day you're just feeling constipated or bloated, just because you have not hydrated. So you need to look for a program that focuses on hydration. The other thing you need to look for is a product that is offering a balanced approach. That is one thing you need to look for. And when you're talking about a balanced approach, we are talking about four things. Number one is healthy nutrition. This detox program that you want to use, this detox program that you want to recommend, is it focusing on, fruits? Are there fruits inside there? Are there vegetables? Are there healthy fats? Is there lean protein inside there? Because remember, you'll be done with the program. What happens after you're done with the program? That's why you need to look at that. The other thing, you need to look for something that is focusing on regular exercise. That's number two. So healthy nutrition and then regular exercise, all right? So exercising on a regular basis, it's able to help the body in the process of detoxification. Number three, you want a product that is also helping with stress reduction. So also a program that is focusing on, exercises. We have these exercises that are really good when it comes to releasing stress. And then a program that is also focusing on adequate sleep. All right, adequate sleep. So that's number four. Are we learning so far?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. So up to there, I just wanted to prepare you. I wanted to prepare you so that you have that understanding. And I believe I've already tackled even objections without hata kusema. I've already tackled a lot of objections that you will get. And now I want us to go now into my favorite product, the C9 puff. Hey, clap for me, kiddo. Thank you so much. All right, so we are going to go to the C9. And even before we go to the components of this C9 pack, allow me to start by sharing my story. So for me, I first did the C9 last year in November. And the reason I decided to do the C9 was because my skin had accumulated a lot of toxic overload. I do swim a lot. And because of that swimming, a lot of chlorine was seeping into the skin. And at first, I didn't know what was causing these breakouts, because generally I usually have good skin. And at the same time, I'm using amazing skincare products and supplements. And I decided, you know what? Instead of drinking aloe only, let me do the full C9 program. We were also having a C9 challenge at the time. So I was like, let me also take this as a chance to also understand this product in and out. And that's the time I decided to do the C9 program. So the first thing I noticed when I did the program, number one, is benefits on the skin. Guys, are you seeing my skin? Oh, clear, So that toxic overload of the skin, actually by day 5, my skin was already glowing. All those breakouts had already come out. Number two, I want you to look at my waistline. This is 25 inches, right? I don't have a big tummy by day. I had a very small tummy, but thanks to C9, actually by day 3 in the morning, I was like, what? Yeah. So right now I have something we call 11 abs. You can be able to Google that later on. 11 abs. Google that later on. Thanks to the C9. The other benefit I noticed, of course, digestive health, you know. Of course, I've been drinking aloe, but there's something about bowel movement when you're on this program. C9 is just, honestly, it's on another level. And then the other thing that I told you about last month, number 4, this is a pack I can sell even when sleeping because of those amazing benefits that we talked about. So as you understand this program, I want you, when we're doing this training, I want you to focus on education and understanding. Don't just come out of this training, yeah, Linda did a training on C9, wacha sasa niende niuze C9. No. I want you to focus on pure understanding, because when you understand this product, you'll be able to know that if I get a client who has joint care issues, how do I take this client through? If I get somebody who has digestive issues, where do we start? If I get somebody who has skincare issues, you know, and this is a pack that you can really be able to help to build your business with. So we've already tackled what to look for in a detox program. And I want to tell you one thing. C9 covers all of those things that we've talked about. C9 prioritizes natural detoxification. C9 is a program that is not restrictive. One of the things I normally tell my clients is C9 is not a punishment. You know, C9 is something that is supposed to adapt to your lifestyle. So you tell me your timetable, tell me how your day looks like, and then you plan the C9 around that, all right? C9 is a program that focuses on reducing stress. It's a program that focuses on helping you to have adequate sleep. Yeah. So why C9? Number 1, safety. Safety. Why C9 specifically and not any other detox program? Number 1 is safety. This is a very safe program, by the way. We've been recommending this product for years. Ever since I did the C9, I actually did the C9 in November. I did my next C9 in March, end of March, after the women event. That's when I did my next C9. My next C9 I'll be doing in August. So for me, I say C9 is twice a year. November, March, and August. And honestly, the benefits I'm getting from this pack, it's just amazing. So I'll encourage everyone, give yourself a challenge. Will I use C9 once a year? Will I use it twice a year? Will I use it twice a year? And then when I'm on a break on the C9, I'm on supplements. Right now, I'm using the Farming Complex. I'm using Fields of Greens. I'm using Multimac, and I'm using B12. For me, I usually prefer to use 5 supplements, minimum of 5 supplements roughly, so that my body can be able to get, you know, the amazing benefits of these products. So number 1, we've talked about why C9 safety. That's number 1. Number 2, effectiveness, you know, or efficacy, you know. You're looking at, okay, this program that I'm about to use, will it work? That's what we're talking about when it comes to effectiveness. Number 3, proven. We've been able to, everyone who joined Forever, you came in and you were told, this is a part, I do not know testimonials immediately. Why? Because this is a program that is proven and tested, and it works. And one of the things I love about Forever Living products is the kind of research that they go when it comes to making the products. It's not just about, tumetoa tu product, you know, dump it in the market. No. I remember one of our mentors saying that a product can even take 2 years, 3 years, yani eco research before it's even released. By the time it's released into the market, it stays there forever. I joined Forever in 2017. I found this pack here, and it's still here till now. And I know it will still be here, even as we continue. And the beauty about C9 is it is able to focus on 3 things that we've already talked about. C9 is able to focus on exercise. And when I'm talking about C9, also the F15, C9 and F15, they're able to focus on exercise, they're able to focus on diet, and they're able to focus on nutrition. Those are the 3 key things. Now tumeingia weight management. Sasa tumemalizana na toxins, tumeingia weight management. So exercise, diet, and nutrition. C9 is an all-in-one. C9 and F15 is an all-in-one. And guess what? Beyond C9 and F15 being an all-in-one, it's like how I look at these parts. It's like you're getting the products, the supplements. You're getting a fitness coach, the person who will guide you as you're doing the program. And you're also getting a nutritionist, someone who's going to help you with the, you know, your meal plan. Literally, it's an all-in-one. So 18,512 for this pack. Honestly, it's an amazing deal because of those factors that we're talking about. So let's go now to the components of the pack. Let's go to the components of the C9 pack. So the C9 comes with 2 aloe vera gels, The C9 pack comes with the light ultra protein shake. The C9 comes with 3 supplements that are inside here. Of course, I won't open this, but One of the supplements that is here is this, Garcinia Plus. The other supplement that is here is Forever Thumb. The other supplement that is here is Forever Fiber. So the difference between C9 and the 15 is the products are the same inside the pack, but the difference, we have two major differences. With the C9, these products are packed to fit 9 days. With the F15, they are packed to fit 15 days. That's the first difference. The second difference with the C9 and the F15 is how the programs are done. The programs are done differently. You might find someone telling you, mimi nataka kuanza na hiyo 15 days, mbona unanipea 9 days? No. The programs are done differently. And remember, the purpose of the C9 is what? To release toxic overload. So before someone gets the F15, they need to release the toxic overload first. All right. So those are the two main differences. So let's go through now the products one by one. Let's go through the products in the C9 and the F15. So starting with aloe vera gel. So this is the first product we're going to go through. And I'll take you through it in a very simple layman's terms here. For me, my background is actually engineering. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a fitness coach, but I want you to understand this pack in the simplest of ways. I want you to understand this pack like a client who doesn't even know anything about these products, all right? So this is how I explain the C9 and the F15 to anybody who is looking forward to losing weight. So in our body, we've already talked about toxins. We've already understood where these toxins are coming from, right? So because toxins are harmful to the body, what does the body do to protect itself? It binds those toxins to fats, all right? So I want you to think like this. Hizi ni toxins na hizi ni fats na zimeshikana. Toxins and fats zimeshikana in your body. So the reason why zimeshikana hivi, and the reason why it becomes very hard when it comes to kickstarting weight loss, it's because your body is trying to get to fat. Fat ni kama iko hapa nyuma. Toxins iko hapa mbele. Your body is trying to get here, but your body cannot get here because of these toxins, all right? So we need to remove these toxins, and then now the body can see the fat. Sawa. So how do we remove these toxins? By using the aloe vera gel and the fiber. Tuko already for products training. So if you're taking notes, this is the time to take notes. So aloe vera gel and fiber, those two products they're taking care of, cleansing the entire digestive system. Your digestive system starts in the mouth all the way to your stomach, to your small intestine, to your large intestine. So that is where these two products come in, aloe vera gel and fiber, all right? Now, we've already taken care of toxins. Metal toxins, fats ziko hapa nyuma. What happens next? Fat burning. That is where these two products come in, Garcinia and Thumb. So these are the two fat burners. I want you to think of these as two fat burners. What does Garcinia do? Garcinia helps your body to burn fat to energy. That is the work of Garcinia, all right? If you're taking notes, you can write that. That is Garcinia. Thumb helps your body to boost energy. It boosts energy for fat burning. Are you seeing how these two, they're working together? Yes. Yeah. So these two, we call them fat burners. So Garcinia is helping your body to burn fat to energy. Thumb is helping to boost energy in your body so that your body can burn that fat, all right? At the same time, remember the energy that is being boosted in your body. It's not being boosted only for fat burning. You need energy in your day-to-day activities. You need energy when you're going to work. You need energy when you're coming to town. You need energy in all of these things, and that is where Thumb is coming in. So one of the things that somebody will ask you, you've told me about, I'm supposed to use these products. I'm an addict of caffeine. I'm used to taking coffee on a daily basis. I take tea on a daily basis. Will that affect me? No. This is a product that already has natural caffeine in it. Thumb has natural caffeine. Thumb has green tea in it. So it will already give somebody what coffee and caffeine were giving them and tea. They are going to already get it with Thumb. Thumb is also able to boost metabolism, all right? So Thumb boosts metabolism in the body. And metabolism we are talking about, this is how fast your body is breaking down food, or even fat. So most people, you find that their bodies are accumulating a lot of weight and fat because they have very low metabolism, The rate at which your body is breaking down and conserving, they are not the same. So Thumb is able to really boost that. But the thumb is also very good when it comes to boosting energy, which also helps with exercise. I remember when I was on day 5 of my C9, I did a 2-hour swim session because of this product, thumb. Continuous swim session, bila kuchoka. Even my coach was like, well, we are done for the day. I'm like, are you sure? Because of this product, thumb, energy. So we've taken care of the toxins. We've taken care of the fats. Ni nini imebaki? Fat pockets. Fat pockets is the space that the fat was occupying, all right? And that is where this product comes in, Light Ultra, Forever Light Ultra. So this is a protein shake, and it's able to now, when we are burning fat, we need to replace fat with muscle mass so that your skin is compact, your skin is firm, your skin is tight, even after you've been able to lose the inches and lose the weight. Was that simple? Yes. Nani ameelewa C9 in a way that they've never understood it before? So imagine C9 is just as simple as that. You can even be having 10 leads you're talking to. You can even close, I'm even getting excited. You can really close this path, by the way, because it is just about understanding it in the simplest of terms. Once a client has understood like that, now they start connecting the dots. They might not be able to remember these words, but from that explanation, you find that they are able to really understand, oh, so this is why this product is helping me with A, B, C, D. On top of that, the Light Ultra, remember this is a muscle mass builder. So what does that tell you? Anybody who is exercising, they need to have this product. Personally, for me, this is a product I can never miss. I use it actually as a post-workout recovery. The protein shake. It has all the vitamins, all the minerals that your body requires. This is almost like a multivitamin, by the way, literally in powder form. So you can be able to really use this product and also recommend it. Now, those are the products inside both packs. Let me see if I've forgotten anything. The rest we'll talk about them as we go through the booklet. So that is just simple explanation of the C9 and the F15. And the last thing actually about the products, all of these products, someone will tell you, okay, maybe I'm struggling with metabolism, give me thumb. I'm struggling with the appetite only, give me Garcinia. Garcinia, by the way, is also helping your body with the curbing cravings. Yeah, so this is an appetite suppressant. But at the same time, you know, the way when you're eating, unasikia njaa. I mean, when you don't eat, the way you feel hungry, what happens? Unasikia hata kichwa inauma, you feel like you're not concentrating, your mood is affected. So Garcinia is able to curb cravings, control your appetite, but at the same time, it has a hormone called serotonin, which is able to boost your mood. That's even as someone is doing the C9, they're very okay because of that hormone. They're not feeling hungry, they're not feeling, you know, that is where this comes in, Garcinia. So let's go through now the booklet. Or before we go through the booklet, I was talking about these products, they are all working together. So we cannot separate it. That is why C9 and F15. This is why they've been packed as a pack. All of these products are working together for the overall function of removing that toxic overload, helping you to have, you know, a healthy digestive system, a healthy skin, and all of those benefits that we're talking about. So are you getting value? Yes. Okay, so we're going to go through now the C9 booklet, and as you go through the C9 booklet, so you've been able to, you bought the C9 for yourself, or you've been able to take the C9, you're delivering to somebody. Where do you start? So step one, once somebody has received their pack, the first thing is to confirm that everything is inside the pack. And that is where now page 1 of the C9 comes in, page 2. All right. So if you don't have this booklet, please buy it. I think it's 100 shillings at the reception. Buy it because this is what you'll be using to guide your client. If you've used the product, of course, you have this booklet. Personally, I have like 3 of them because I use the products, okay? So you confirm that everything is inside the pack. Of course, over here, it's written tape measure, but tape measures stocked out globally. So be able to indicate that to the client because they might be like, I'm not seeing my tape measure. Just tell them the truth. On page 3, these are now the tips to follow. And actually, most of these tips is what you've already talked about, all right? So number 1 is weighing and measuring yourself before you begin. Record your measurements in this guide and calculate the difference at the end of the C9 program. So for C9, what are the expected results by day with the C9 pack? With the C9, you're expecting to lose 2 to 5 inches of the tummy, 2 to 5 inches of the tummy, and 2 to 6 kgs in 9 days. That is the expected range. Yeah. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that if you've lost maybe 1.5 kgs, it does not mean that the program hasn't worked. That's why you need to understand C9 as more of a detox program than a weight loss program. That's how you counter that objection. Number 2, record your daily exercise, food intake, and how you feel while on the program in the Forever Fit app or in this C9 guide. So on this booklet from page 21 to 29, we already have that listed very well, and that is just for purposes of accountability. Number 3, drinking plenty of water, which we talked about actually as one of the key things to look for in a detox program. So with C9, you're supposed to drink 8 glasses of water per day. That is also able to help you to feel fuller and flush out toxins from the body. Number 4, put down the salt shaker. So salt contributes to fluid retention. So fluid retention in the way if you eat food with a lot of salt, you feel that need to drink water. That's fluid retention. And fluid retention, it makes your body like inashikilia toxins. So what are you supposed to do on the C9? You're supposed to flavor your food with herbs and spices instead. And if you can get, actually the best salt that you can use is Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt or pink salt. Kama mtu ana hiyo anaweza tumia sea salt. Those are the best salts that kutumia, even after whether you're on the program or not. Number 5, avoid sodas and carbonated beverages because carbonation promotes bloating. How many have had someone asking, can I take sparkling water on the C9? Yeah, I can see. So sparkling water, it's carbonated water. So that one is a no. Drinking soda also adds unwanted calories and sugar. Remember, we are trying to cleanse. We are trying to remove toxic overload, not add any toxic overload. So that is page 3 of the C9 booklet. Then now we go to page 5. So on page 5, this is where now we record our C9 goals. So this is where now, remember we talked about education and understanding when we got started, and you really need to understand who am I dealing with. And when you're talking about coaching a client, this is daily coaching. When you follow up on steroids, you need to be really on this client's case. If somebody has come to you and they've told you they want to lose 20 kgs, you need to stop following up with them unless when they are 20 kgs later. Always assume that my work is not done until this person achieves their goal. Even if you're going to take 2 years, like tumemaliza C9, when are we getting the next 15? I need to see your diet. I need to see your meal plan. Follow-up is not just about, these are 9 days imeisha. You dump the person, then you go to the next person. No, it is all about even after, all right? So on page 5, this is where you write the C9 goals. And the reason I started this training the way I've started is because I want you to focus on selling this product and understanding it beyond weight loss. For me, I sell this product. If somebody is having breakouts on their skin, I'll sell them the C9. If somebody is having digestive health, C9, joint pain, C9, kickstarting weight loss, C9, immunity issues, C9, we start with the root cause of all of these problems, which is toxic overload, hormonal issues, C9. And you see, you'll only be able to explain the C9 if you have that understanding of this is a detox program. Once you have that understanding, it will be better. And personally, I've been drinking aloe since I started in this business. But I'll tell you, when you do C9, because it's 9 days, it's almost like your body is getting concentrated benefits in 9 days as compared to, taking an aloe this month, next month, you're taking another aloe, the other month, you're taking another aloe. You get more benefits when you do the C9 as a complete pack. So on page 5, write down your C9 program goal. So you need to know, why is this person buying the C9? What does this person want to achieve? Even if it's someone who has called you up, like, Linda, bring me the C9, this hour, deliver the C9 and everything. But before they start the program, really get to understand the goals of this person, right? So that you can have the right expectations. On page 6, we've already talked about it. This is where they're going to record their C9 measurements. Make sure they have a tape measure. And make sure they send you a picture of this, For me, I always assume everything someone is telling me is a lie. Itisha evidence for karatasi. If someone is telling you they're starting the program, I want your before. I want to see your before measurements. Send me a picture of your measurements, Someone is telling you, this is what I'm having for dinner. Nitumie a picture. I want to see what you're having for dinner, That way, you avoid a lot of issues. Someone is telling you, I'm not seeing changes, I'm not sure. It's because there are those loopholes ulikuwa umeacha huko katikati. Now you're not knowing, does this person do the program? Ama they didn't do the program. So make sure you have those measurements. So let's go now to page 7 and 8. So on page 7 and 8, this is where you now take the client through. This is now the how, okay. Most of the time when you're talking to somebody on the phone, or even when you've met up with somebody and they're interested in the C9 program, initially you just need to focus them on the benefits of the program. And then once they purchase the program, that's when you'll get into the details of the booklet, the details of the pack, the how, hizo vitu zote the nitty-gritties. So for me personally, I prefer to have calls. Most of my calls will take 20 minutes. It's better to take 20 minutes of your time. You equip somebody fully, ako equipped for the 9 days ama the 15 days. Then huku kwingine unapata you're just now following up on chats. Remember, people are working, watu wako job. You cannot be kila saa una call mtu, ni saa 4 take fiber, ni saa 5 take this. But if you prepare them with everything, it makes now your follow-up even easier. Remember, there's a time I had 7 clients on C9 at the same time, and I was able to coach all of them effectively. Why? Because I had already sat down, took all of them one by one through the program. Sawa sawa? Yeah. Sawa sawa?
Yes. Okay.
So this is now how to do the program. So the first 2 days of the C9 program, they are designed to reset your body and your mind. Ukifungua hii booklet, many people wanakuambia nishasoma booklet, nishaelewa. But maybe wameisoma hivi. Walikunja booklet hapa katikati. So they forget to take these other supplements. So you really need to make sure that your person is understanding how they're doing the program. So I won't go into the details, the final details of all of this. But basically, the first 2 days of the C9 program are designed to reset your body and your mind. And the first 2 days, we are talking about extreme cleansing. This first 2 days is extreme cleansing, which means what? Which means that the person is taking what's in the pack. This is what the person is taking. And the beauty about by these products that we are talking about, yes, they're taking care of cleansing, they're boosting metabolism, they're taking care of lean muscles, but at the same time, and most importantly, what did we talk about when you're looking for a program that is a detox program? We said you're looking for a product that is nutritious. These are nutritional supplements. Many people be like, what? Are you telling me I'm fasting? No, this is food. This is food. This is what happened in chakula, baby. Just that they're in supplement form, right? So that's how you tackle that. So the first 2 days are designed to reset your body and your mind. If you just read through this booklet, it's very easy to understand. How do you carry your products by day 1 and day 2? So remember, day 1 and day 2, someone is taking aloe vera gel 4 times. They're taking it at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and evening. Light ultra, they're taking it at lunch hour. One thing I love about the way fiber, glycine, and thumb are packed, already ziko packed to fit hizo siku. So you don't need to beba na hii box yote. You just need to cut breakfast, lunch, na dinner. Umebeba tu ya hiyo siku peke yake. But even with light ultra, you don't need to carry the whole packet. What you need to do is you just need to take this smaller cup inside here. You just put your protein shake here. This already has a scoop inside it. So you just need to put the scoop here. Ukishaeka hiyo scoop hapa, just need to come unafungia hapa. And then you just close your cup and you're good to go. And then you just carry your water bottle. So on day 1 and day 2, actually hizi ni vitu hata kubebana. Day 1 and day 2 mtu tu atabeba hizi. Because protein shake iko hapa. Aloe vera lazima bebe the whole bottle on day 1 and day 2. Supplements hizo ni kidogo anabeba and they're done. That's how you carry the C9 on day 1 and day 2. And then now at lunch hour, when they want to take the protein shake, sasa ateka maji hapa, achukue protein shake yake, aeke protein shake hapa, ashake, and then akunywe. That's the purpose of this cup actually. Then when it comes to aloe vera, quantity is 4 ounces of aloe vera. And when you look at this cup, it has one side is 4 ounces, the other side is 4 mLs. So they just need to measure with 4 and they're good to go. That's how you use these products. So imagine a pack that is packed like that. Yani, so easy hata hakuna kungangana. Me, one thing I love about C9 baby, especially when I'm on C9 on day 1 and day 2. I normally say, kuingia kitchen, I'm just entering the kitchen kuchukua maji. Yani, I don't have to figure out vitu za kupika, sijui nini. Very convenient to do the C9 program. All right. So remember the first 2 days of the C9 program, somebody is using these products that are here. So what does that mean? It means that they might get hungry. You know, C9 is not a punishment. If you're getting hungry, we feel the need to snack. That is where page 13 comes in. Free foods can be enjoyed in moderation to help curb hunger. A list of free foods can be found on page 13. And on page 13, what do we have here? We have what we talked about, a balanced approach. We have 1 serving foods. These are the fruits they can choose. They can have an apple, they can have blackberries, blueberries, they can have grapes, orange, peach, pears, soybeans, strawberries. They can have any of this. If they're not too hungry, they can have any of the 1 serving foods. If they're feeling very hungry, let them go for the free foods. So free foods, they're very low in calories. And the free foods, these are basically veggies. That's the meaning of free foods. We're talking about kales, we're talking about spinach, we are talking about cucumber, we are talking about broccoli, lettuce, you know, and they can have the free foods together with the 2 serving foods. So for example, you can have lettuce and you can make a salad of lettuce and tomato. You can make a salad of, you know, bell peppers together with the broccoli. So just spice it up, yeah. And most of the time when you're hungry on day 1 and day 2, most of the time it's just a mindset. It's just a mindset thing. So that is the day 1 and the day 2. Remember, because we are looking at detoxing, we have to exercise. Even if somebody is not looking forward to losing weight or losing tummy, exercise is important. So with C9, every day you do a minimum of 30 minutes of low intensity exercise every day. And exercise, you can slot it anywhere depending on your schedule. You can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening. Remember the C9 program, it's supposed to fit your lifestyle. Even if you have a very busy lifestyle, increasing your water intake is important when cleansing the body. Of course, as you're taking your gasoline, you're drinking water. As you're taking your time, you're drinking water. So one of the things I normally prepare someone when they're doing the C9 is expect, especially on day 1 and day 2, expect to go for a lot of short calls because you're really hydrating a lot. So on day 1 and day 2, it's better if somebody is not in transit. It's better if someone maybe is in an office or even they're at home. Yeah. During this time, you'll begin to purge toxins from your body. Committing to the program is crucial, and the first 2 days are the toughest. Keep your goals in mind and know that the difficulty is only temporary. So on day 2, one of the best times that you want to make sure you're checking up on somebody on day 2. Day 2 at 10 a.m. and at 3 p.m. Hey, hapo ndo makosa huanza kufanyika. 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. on day 2 of the C9. That is the time you pick your call and you pick your phone and you call your client. Uko aje? That's the time on day 2. By then you get to a point on scan come out cheesy like, why am I really doing this program? Yeah, so make sure that on day 2, at least within the course of the day, either at 10 a.m. or at 3 p.m., you've been able to make a call to your client to check on them, how they're doing. Also remember to affirm them. If they're feeling hungry, remember to affirm them that being hungry, it's okay. Don't feel like it's a punishment. Yani, this is not a punishment. What do you have? In fact, prepare them even earlier. Where one is of free foods kwa nyumba, which fruits do you have available? So that if they're feeling hungry, you know, when you're feeling hungry na unasikia njaa sana, your first thought is junk food. Ebu ni order in, ebu niingie Glovo. That is usually your first thought. But if you already had your vegetables there, if you already had your fruits there, what will you do? You'll go for the safer option. So on day 2, make sure that they have that awareness. That is now day 1 and day 2. Tumeelewa day 1 and day 2?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go now to day 3 to 9. So from day 3 to 9, the program changes a bit. And by the program changing a bit, remember the first 2 days was extreme cleansing. So on day 3 to 9, we are now having 3 complete meals. Remember, when you look at this product, I want you to know that this is a meal. Ini chakula. 1 scoop of this is a meal. For me, even kama sijisikia kupika, like, thank God they only have this. I'm like, what? Going clear like you know, dinner. This is a whole meal. So you need to, when you're coaching somebody through the C9, you need to start conditioning their mindset to know that hizi si dawa, you know, they need to understand clearly that these are nutritional supplements. Hizi ni chakula. So they're having these in the morning, they're having these at lunch hour, and then they're having a 600 calorie meal, which they can alternate either for lunch or dinner. So, of course, I won't go through these details kabisa. but it's very straightforward. The booklet looks so very. You can even by the download this booklet. You can Google, just the search C9 booklet PDF. You're going to find this and you can just read through. All right. So now when it comes to dinner, the 600 calorie meal. This 600 calorie meal ni nini. So we normally do it in portions. Yeah. So that is half of your plate being vegetables. So I normally we need somebody to have that understanding. Half of the plate is vegetables, and then the other half starch, half of it starch, half of it protein. So somebody can have, remember we said about avoiding extreme restrictions. This is where now examples will come. You tell your client, yeah, you can have rice, greens and beans. You can have ugali, fish and greens. You can have githeri and greens. These are vitu zenye ziko locally available. Most of the detox products, some programs that you'll find, unapata, yani ni vitu zenye Ngei, hizi vitu nitatoa wapi? But with C9, it's very convenient, all right? So that is how you do the 600 calorie meal. The only thing you're not allowed on C9 is red meat. Red meat takes so long to be digested from the body. Remember, we are trying to kupunguzia mwili kazi. That's why red meat is a no-no on the C9 program. White meat is okay. Plant proteins are also okay. If you're doing white meat, you do boil or grill, that is fish or chicken. For protein, by the way, you have a lot of options. Kuna plant proteins, kuna beans, kuna lentils, kuna njahe. We have so many options. Githeri kwanza kuna beans na mahindi already yoni. Then unaongeza two greens. You can have ugali for starch. Rice, of course, if you can find brown, the better. So vitutu zenye ziko locally available. So someone can choose to have their 600 calorie meal at lunch hour or at dinner. If you're doing your 600 calorie meal at lunch, that means your light ultra protein shake, you're going to have this at dinner. For me personally, when I'm doing C9, I have my 600 calorie meal in the morning. That's my preference. And it's because for me, breakfast is the one meal I can't miss. So I prefer having my 600 calorie meal in the morning, and then lunch hour I'll do the light ultra. Evening I'll do the light ultra. So what I'm trying to say is, as you're coaching a client, try and find out, what does this person's daily routine look like? You know, how many meals do they have a day? What is the most important meal for them to have? That way you're able to recommend accordingly. The way I know Linda ukula food asubuhi. So for her 600 calorie meal will be coming in the morning. You're able to coach that client effectively. All right. Then of course, during the day, you're drinking water. So some of the key things to note on the booklet is, anytime you take Garcinia, you must wait 30 minutes before you take the next product. Anytime after Garcinia, you have to wait 30 minutes before you take the next product. Why? Because Garcinia needs to be absorbed in the body. Remember, the work of Garcinia, we said, is what? Burning fat to energy and helping with appetite control. And that's why Garcinia for everywhere, for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. Yeah, the other key thing to note is fiber. There's usually this statement written here. So be sure to check forever fiber, separate from your daily supplements. Fiber can bind to some nutrients, impacting the absorption by your body. So what does that mean in simple terms? Fiber is a sludge cleanser, inaenda cleanse kila kitu. So fiber needs to be taken at its own time. If you're taking medication, if you're taking food, if you're taking supplements, if you're taking a snack, you need to make sure it's not interfering with the time you're taking fiber. All right? Yeah. What else that is here to note? Of course, your minimum of 30 minutes of low intensity exercise, that is something to note. Regardless of what the scale says, you may also begin to see positive changes in your body, such as a flatter stomach and a greater feeling of well-being. So as you're following up with somebody on C9, you're talking about daily coaching. Daily coaching is the key to mastering these products, the weight management range. You have to be coaching someone on a daily basis. Right now, if you ask me to produce 50 testimonials of C9, I'll give you the 50 testimonials. Why? Because of daily coaching. If you're the kind of a person who is always, hey, Linda, nitumie testimony, and you're always telling, it means probably you're not giving your clients good customer care. You should always have your own testimonies if you're giving your clients good customer care. So daily coaching is very, very important. And when you're doing daily coaching, what are you focusing on? When you're doing daily coaching, you're focusing your client on number one, you're focusing on them on understanding these products. Yani unataka mtu akimaliza this C9, hadi anajua, your lighthouse uliniambia ni meal replacement, deliver. And remember 2 weeks ago, I sold 4 packs of lighthouse and I sold Freedom, I sold, what else is that? The client wanted the gel mask, so we replaced it with the light ultra. What else? And Vitalized Women. Where did that order come from? So let me give you a backstory. So I met this client in December. And when we met in December, we had a call. I took her through everything. I recommended we start with the C9. So she did the C9 in December. Fast forward, when she finished the C9, because of daily coaching and using the products and showcasing. So this client is always seeing me taking protein shake. And as you're taking somebody through the program, try and understand this person, which product do they like? You know, I'm seeing when Linda is talking about, light ultra, start planting that seed. By the way, when you finish the C9 program, these products, you can actually buy them separately. You can actually use light ultra on its own. You can actually use Garcinia on its own, because by the time you're doing the 9 days, you've already been able to identify what are the struggles of this person. This is somebody who struggles with appetite. So naeza muzia Garcinia after. This is somebody who, they are always moving around. This is somebody they're always on the go. Someone on the go, you should always sell them this product. Someone who's exercise, who loves exercise, you should always sell them this product. Someone with digestive issues, when they finish C9, let them know that they should be continuing with aloe vera. Then you add them the other supplements, When Fields of Greens is back, make sure that you sell it. For me, when someone is having digestive issues and I'm selling them C9, I sell C9 and Fields of Greens immediately. So we find that they're using the same, they two at the same time. If it's skin, C9 and collagen, this is now how you upsell somebody, all right? Yeah. So daily coaching, that is where it comes in. As also you're doing your daily coaching, you want to be able to also focus somebody on the non-scale benefits. By the time the 9 days in Aisha, this person should not be asking you, I'm looking at the scale, I'm not seeing anything. No. Focus them on non-scale benefits. How are you feeling? How are your energy levels? How is your digestive system? How is your bowel movement? How did you sleep yesterday? And you'll only be able to pick some of these things if you're very keen on listening. So anytime you're coaching a client through any product, be keen on being a listener. Usikue tu like, you're just focusing on when ule mtu unataka kuongea. No. Be a listener. That will help you to pick these things, If somebody was like now my client that I had shared earlier, we were joint pains. I want to ask her directly, how are you feeling now? Akakumbuka by the joint pains zake. Another who was having challenges with sleeping, she's like, by the I'm sleeping better. It's day 3 now. Jana, like I slept so well. Those are the non-scale benefits. And by the time now when they finish the C9 program, guess what? They understand it as a detox program, not as a weight loss program. Give me a hand. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Are you understanding?
Yes.
That's how they understand it. And that is what is able to help you to now give them that knowledge that C9 is a program you're supposed to be doing at least twice a year. Because most people when they're finishing the C9, they're like, okay, Linda, I wish I could be on this program forever. Nico, like, guess what? You can be able to use this product twice a year. And mimi kwanza, I'm doing my next C9 in August. Situfanye pamoja. That's how you get people. Someone is even telling you, unafanya C9 yako lini? That's when I want you to fanye. You give them that confidence in using these products and seeing those benefits. 2 weeks ago, by there, 3 weeks ago, I actually sold one of my VIP clients. This journey back in, I think 2023. And she did the C9. She was 83 kgs. So we did the C9. We did the F15. We did another F15, and then we did another C9. So when she did the C9 and the 2 F15s, by the guys, tusiogope kuuza. Don't think of it as you're calling somebody. No. Until this person's goal is achieved, your work is not done. That is one thing I want ingie kwa akili yako leo. Until this person has lost the kgs that they wanted, we are not done. We can even be on a 2-year journey. We can be on a 3-year journey. We can be on a 5-year weight loss journey. We are moving from 100 kgs all the way mpaka 70. This is a journey that is continuous, all right? So this client, she started at 83 kgs. She lost 10 kgs with the C9 and the 2 teams. But then for somebody who wants to lose 10 kgs, just tell them, mapema, you need C9 and minimum of 2 F15s. F15, this is a program that, of course, we are going to get into it, but F15 is the follow-up after C9, and F15 unaweza rudia as many times as possible until you achieve the goal. There's a client who lost 50 kgs in 6 months because of this pack. And if you look at her photos, by the way, like, you cannot tell that is the same person, you know? 50, imagine losing 50 kgs. Myself, I'm 45 kgs. Yani, can you imagine? Someone losing like the whole of me, yani, because of this pack. Yeah, so usiogope like, nimempea sinai. Kai, sasa nitamwambia joe 15 when, kai, where? You know? No, tell them from the word go. You're 90 kgs, you want to be 70? We're working on 20 kgs. We need to start with a minimum of C9. Realistically, you need C9 and 2 to 3 F15s, realistically. So these are how much? Unampea bei confidently. Do these programs work? Unamtumia testimonials. Simple. So this client lost 10 kgs. That was in 2023. And because of the way I had educated her and the way she had understood the programs, 3 weeks after she bought the C9 again. It's like, Linda, give me the C9. I just need to jumpstart my system. I just need to reboot my system. Na hiyo collagen ni how much? Ongeza hiyo collagen. And mi naongeza kwani no naongeza the delivery. Why? Because these are quality products. These are quality products. So I was asking her, you know, send me your measurements. It's like, hata mi si focus na hizo measurements. Me, I just want to reboot my system. I already know what this stuff does. It even makes your work so much easier. Unapata when someone is doing their second C9, their third C9, their fourth C9, it's like you don't even have to coach them. Ashaelewa hii ni nini. And already anajua hii program inamsaidia kufanya nini. That's how you make a sale. That's how you upsell. So zile tips I was talking about, I'm already sharing them as we go along. So daily coaching involves coaching a client during the program. So during the 9 days, during the 15 days, coaching them even after the programs. You're supposed to be following up with somebody after every 2 weeks. You know, how are you? Can I see your meal plan? You know, someone will tell you, okay, honestly, I can't afford the F15 right now. Give them a meal plan that they can do. Ask them, have they exercised? You know, how many kgs are you now? I had a client who did C9. She lost 2 kgs. She was supposed to continue the F15, but finances became a challenge. But when I was doing my next follow-up, she's like, Linda, I've lost 6 kgs. Nitakuletea watu. Imagine if I had stopped following up with her. Na bado hiyo lazima tu atanunua 15. Bado niko na yeye. We have not achieved the goal. Ndio tumefika 90. We have to get to 70 kgs. So have this commitment. I want you to have a lifelong commitment when you're talking about these 2 parts. It is not about the 9 days or the 15 days. It is about helping somebody to achieve everything they wanted to achieve until they achieve their body goals. So on page 11 and 12, these are just like ultra shape recipes. But this one, of course, as someone is doing the program, waambie tu atumie maji. So I also use this page to sell light ultra. Like, so unajua ukimaliza C9, you know you can buy light ultra separately. Hizi ndio shape recipes utakuwa unatumia. Ilete utumie maji. No. So start preparing them psychologically. Page 13 we've talked about. Page 17 and 18, you have to understand what are the goals of this person. That will determine the exercises that they are doing. Don't just be that person when you I will exercise. Which exercises are you doing? What body part do we want to tone? Client tells you, my focus is tummy. My focus is arms. That is what will determine what exercises. My focus is full body. That is what will determine what exercises you recommend. So page 17 and 18, those are the exercises. And then we had already talked about page 20 to 29. Those are the 9 days of accountability. And then on page 30, congratulations, you have successfully completed the C9 program. Go back to page 6 and record your after C9 measurements. And then, I don't know how many people take their client through this page. Page 33. How many? Can I see it by show of hand? Well, only 6 people. This is how you miss a 15 orders. This page, in your page, I 15. That first 20-minute call as you're taking someone through the C9, unafika page 32 na unamclose. Why? You tell them now, remember your goal. Remember, Linda, you want to lose 20 kgs. Tukimaliza C9, we are going to take the next step, F15. You start preparing them psychologically. That's how unapata by day 6, someone has already told you, okay, deliver your F15. Ama someone will be like, maybe I need a 2-day break, then I continue the F15. That's how you upsell somebody to F15. All right? Yes. That's how you also upsell someone to Vital 5. Hii page inapanga na Vital 5 packs. Look kama nimepanga milioni. Hii page pia iko na aloe vera. You can actually use this page to upsell someone to anything. Focus them on, unajua tumaliza C9. You remember you told me you had hormonal challenges? We have a hormonal pack that I can share. You remember you have digestive, influence of grains, this is supplement, unafaa kunakaa bila. That's how you upsell somebody to now the F15. And I'll tell you one thing for free. A client who uses C9 and F15 PB, this is somebody who gets better results, especially kwa mtu anataka to lose more than 4 kgs. They get better results than mtu mwenye ametumia C9 peke yake. Hizo 24 days, they have more impact. Someone is able to maintain more. And the beauty of helping somebody to actually achieve their goal, even if you kupea referrals for life. The client that I was just talking about, we were 83 to 73 kgs, the one who lost 10 kgs, that client gave me another referral. That client is a referral from another referral. Do you understand? This client, the first client that I worked with, we started at 88 kgs. Alikuwa ameshafanya intermittent fasting, was around 6 kgs because she was really big. But when I started with her, she started at 88 kgs. We did C9, we did F15, we did another F15, then we did another C9. And she lost 18 kgs, akafika 70 kgs. But because she understood what C9 is, guess what? She's always ordering C9 around every 4 to 6 months. She was in our last C9 challenge, is it year February? And she's currently 65 kgs. Can you imagine? Yani, she's a mom, lakini hata sahi, yani, watu wanamkatia ya Afrika. Because of these products. And she's giving me so many referrals. She even gave me a referral of her sister-in-law. Na imagine yeye coach sister-in-law wake because they had already coached. Like, I'm like, okay, what's happening? Ako like, well, Linda usijali. Mi ndo namcoach. Haya. Imagine. He's like, where? And he's like, okay, is your sister-in-law buying a 15? Ako like, hata mina, ananishangaza. Anahitaji a 15. You know, make your clients understand these parts. And that's where we come to now signing up a client. That's how you sign up a client. By the time somebody is getting these benefits, they'll even be telling me, nkona watu wawili wananiuliza njia C9. That's when I hit them with the magic question. I want you to write this magic question. Will you be interested in the business behind these products? Will you be interested in the business behind these products? And this is something that it can come depending on the client. Kuna mtu hata by day 3 atakwambia ashaanza kupata referrals. Kuna mtu atakwambia, hey, watu washaanza kuniuliza. Kuna mtu hata atakuwa like, kai, akiisi na mimi nasikia I can shout from the rooftops about these products. That's when you come in and you pitch the business opportunity to them. So let's go to the F15. So F15 is the follow-up program after the C9. F15 is 15 days. Same products as C9, but done differently. I don't know kama mshaangalia kitabu, inapanga imeandikwa beginner 1 and 2. You know? And kuna kuangalia lakini kuna kuelewa. So F15, kuna beginner 1, kuna beginner 2, na kuna advanced. Na hizo zote ziko hapa. I'm sure hata kuna mtu anashangaa guy. Ziko hapa hizo zote. Yeah. So when someone is doing, remember F15 tumesema you can do it once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. F15 is redone until the goal is achieved. So the main differences in terms of how F15 and C9 are done. When it comes to the C9, remember day 3 to 9? We're having this twice a day. Remember that? When it comes to F15 now, this is once a day. And then now they're having 2 meals. With the C9, they're having 600 calorie meal. With the F15, it's a 450 calorie meal at lunch and at dinner. So they can do this at breakfast, and then they do the lunch and the dinner. And hii book inakuanga na options mingi sana honestly. Huku mbele. F15 also, they can do red meat now. They can do red meat. Of course, not daily. I normally prefer, if someone is doing red meat, they alternate after every 3 to 4 days. That's when they do their red meat. F15 exercise me 1 hour, because now we are focusing on weight management. That is F15. Huku ndani by the way kuna panga na vitu mob sana kwa F15. They can up their exercises by the way as they are doing F15. They can also take a day. They can do 4 days of exercise, 1 day of rest. 4 days of exercise, 1 day of rest. That's how they can do their F15. What else is there? Anytime before someone is exercising, they should warm up first. When they finish exercising, they should cool down so that they are not left with, body pains. So ukiangalia kitabu, kuna F15 beginner, kuna beginner 1, beginner 2, and then also kuna advanced. So hizi vitu zote ziko kwa kitabu. If you don't have this book, I'll advise you to buy this book. Hata huku mbele options ni mingi sana by the way. When it comes to the options, it even gives you the categories of calories. With the F15 pia someone can add even more snacks by the way. They can be having, salad huko katikati, So F15 is a very, very powerful pack. And of course, after that, you can already see on page 26 already kuna kwangana nini. Ini beginner 2 from page 26 of this booklet. Yeah, so everything that you want to find in Forever, iko kwa hizi vitabu. Catalog iko na details. C9 booklet iko na details. F15 booklet iko na details. All of these things, they are very detailed there. So I think I've come to the end of the training actually. I think nimefika mwisho. Let me see. Yeah, I've come to the end actually. So to summarize, before I come to the end, you must have Forever Lean. Forever Lean, this is a product that you can sell after as a weight management product. This product helps your body too. It's a pre-block. Hii ni poa kama someone loves indulging, unaenda mabash, you're going to parties, you're going to a wedding, but you still want to watch your diet. That is where Forever Lean comes in. So you take the lean, then you go for the party. Hizo vitu zote utakula. It will help your body to pre-block. So it will pre-block the absorption of those fats. So Forever Lean, these are the things now you need. During the 9 days, the 15 days, unaanza kuintroduce hizi vitu polepole. Yeah, that's how utajikuta. Nimepata order ya Forever Lean na Thumb. Nimepata order ya Thumb na Glycemia. Nimepata order ya, this and that. That's how you sell this product. So as I come to the end of the training, what I'll tell you is with weight management, number one, you need to focus on understanding, education and understanding. Wewe mwenyewe kwanza uelewe. You have to understand, what is this product that I'm dealing with? Do I understand the C9 effectively? Have I used this product? I'll tell you, use. When you use these products, you will understand them in a whole different perspective. Use these products. Take your client through and be a caring person. Don't just be, you're just motivated by money. Be somebody who is focusing on offering value. When you offer value to your prospective customers, money will come. You will be swimming in money on a daily basis. Yeah, so as I close the meeting, I'd like to invite our top leader, or even before I invite her, anyone with a question, by the way, can put the sound, sorry. Anyone with a question? So I have project your voice, you can start. Hi everyone.
Hi.
So I had actually asked you question takes me a lot. And now try just Maziwa, if she can do it. If she can do? If she can take me, then she does it on a regular for this event. No, because the C9 is a detox program. The light also the best way is to mix it with water. Also, taking a lot of dairy, by the way, those are some of the things that even they affect the skin. Yeah, so the answer is no. Yeah, let them stick to what is in the program. We have 8 meat. Do we have 8 meat on the powder? And they use it? Let me spoil it. for older people.
An 80 plus, an 80 plus.
For me, I wouldn't say we have an age limit. But in terms of now, what they can check is maybe something like exercise, of course, as you overdo. What they can check is, if they're feeling also they need to snack. Remember, C9 is not a punishment. Yeah, but age limit in terms of the upper ages, I wouldn't say age limit because it's a detox program. Yeah. Unless someone
let me add that my client was 74 years old. She didn't. 8 months. And what I would say is this is that I mean that you can get 20 years. But then we will come up. You either choose to lose the weight or to die. Yeah, I don't think even that is the issue when it comes to even from a children. It is either this child or this, yeah. Who are we the you like
And he's a host.
so what I'm thinking is that when we look at money, there are those things you be able to do that. And there is testimony, but even doctors themselves, there are those times when they be able to do something which is contrary to. And it happens because of what are we protecting? There is life to protect. So if the life is the one to protect, and the thing I will be able to help this person to be able to achieve that, it's not anything this person. So it depends. So when it comes to weight, let's say like age, you can be 90 years, but C9 will be able to do another. But if that is the only way, the company should consider that. You can be having my child who is 10 years. Okay, then you are staying in the country this bad. Those are things which are in the booklet. But this child is 10 years, he's 70, 80, he cannot breathe. And I will tell you very well, we saw another hypocrite was on the Switzerland. And even Satan themselves when they are elected. Personally, from a point of nutritional view, this boy this child was overweight, even to the bottom of the growth. And they were being told they will go to the field to run. There was a constant. The boy flipped. Because in the school, it means that everybody used to tease him. And that day, when they were told that he must go the rest, the boy freaked and collapsed. The teachers, everybody was there didn't understand, but this boy died. So there are those situations whereby you should be able to look at every wonder, what do I have in the house? What is that? What is the healthy list of what is being experienced by this town, by this person, and then you make a decision, depending on what is happening in that particular moment. So we will not say much at C9 cannot be taken by